I'll eventually rot, and it will actually, it's refrigerated. Sterile atmosphere, it's unrefrigerated. No, it's not that cold in there. Balls. I am so disappointed in that. You know the worst thing about that is I'm going to have to, in order to fix that, I'm going to have to create an airlock over here. Seal it off, go in, get it, bring it out, just close that back off, and then lose a little bit of the hydrogen that's in there. I suppose it's not the worst, I guess, but it's kind of annoying nevertheless. It will not rot in a non-oxygen atmosphere. Yeah, it will. It's already lost 4%. It's losing 9% of its freshness per cycle. Okay, lock this. Tunk tunk. No one is allowed through. We need a couple of things. First, a storage. Oh, actually, it can't be that. It's going to have to be a fridge. First, a storage. Then, enough material to do a bunch of stuff. We're going to fill it with sandstone. That's granite. That's igneous rock. Actually, okay, we're going to fill it with granite and igneous rock. May as well. Then I need one builder that's going to be able to take care of all this. I'll move them down. I'll seal them in. Dig my way up. Take care of that. Store it in there. Rebuild these. Then break out. It's a rescue mission. Put that there. Pop that there. Where is the power going to come out of this? Just down here, that's fine. A little bit less fine there, but whatever. Actually, I could hook up to this power spine down here. That'll do. Oh man, that's going to be a pain in the backside. That will eventually break. I suggest breaking the first building and one of the airflow tiles to get it from below. That's actually not a bad idea, to be fair. That's actually a fairly solid idea. I was making that hopelessly overcomplicated for myself. I don't even think that's the first time I've had to do that either, which is silly that I didn't remember. Right, so while that's going on, let's go ahead and get the liquid valves in. Really? A liquid valve over here? Oh, it's going to be based on the temperature of the liquid moving through it. I suspect. But just in case. And since I've got loads of steel. Actually, you know what? Why don't I put those further down? Because this way I can have them there as well if I need to cool another robo miner. And can you? Let's make this a very high priority because I really want to get that sorted. Let's go. But that's so much of a better idea than I was faffing around with. Thank you so much for that. What's with the valves? The robo-miners will need coolant, yeah. My hope is that I'm going to be able to drop enough liquid that it'll be able to reach the robo-miners. How much that will be, I don't know. We'll see how that works. Will someone come and collect this meat? They will not. Because life sucks. Yes! That is no longer a high priority job. Wow, your stream just saved my morning. Sorry your morning's not going so well by the sounds of it, Strum, but welcome to the stream, mate. Kick back, relax, enjoy. Now, if this works, we're going to replicate this in a lot of places. Do I really need to? I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, he did squeeze through a one-tile gap because it will look at the height. So 2, 2. That's what it's looking at. It's not looking at horizontal, only the height. 2, 2, 2, 2. I think just one water dropper should actually be enough. And I don't need it to be that high either. Closer to the robo-miner it is, the less evaporation is going to occur when it's exposed to the vacuum. If this doesn't work, then I will just have to have my usual thing of airflow tile and a little gas pocket in there. But that'll still be functional. My computer does not like Twitch and downloading Elden Ring at the same time. It seems to make sense, yeah. But yeah, eventually that's going to be a big problem for me to have to fix. I'm going to have to replace that heavy watt wire there. Annoying, but oh well. Actually, either that or... Ooh. You know what? No, I won't need to. I could have a I could have a transformer down here that sends a power signal up into that instead, rather than have that connect. This, for example, could easily handle that. So given that, sure. But I will need this upgraded. Cancel that for now. Just get rid of this for now. Deconstruct. 9. No, that isn't a 9 job. That's an 8 at most. Those are slightly higher priority, though. There we go. Alright, so far, we're just waiting on a couple of build jobs up here, but, you know, we're getting there. That will need to be... how many grams? Let's say... I don't want 10 kilos, no. Let's say... we go with 50 grams again. Sure. Hello, Talk Writer. Going well, mate. Thank you very much for asking. Bunch of steel in here? What? What do we lose? Nothing apparently. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Though, honestly, if this works, and a robo miner in the middle also works, and you know we can cool it off and all that. The only issue with that, do airflow tiles block sunlight? Let me have a quick look. Easy way to check. Just see how much light gets through there. Exactly the same amount of sunlight on either side. Perfect. Okay. Alright. If I'm going with the water dropper method, I would need airflow tiles here, not mesh tiles. That'll work nicely. I do feel that we're going to want these to be a higher priority for now. Just to ensure that we don't end up getting smacked in the face by any meteorites. We'll see how the rest of this does. I'm going to need the floor here also upgraded. Just to allow us to get to that. That is a fairly high priority right now. Yeah, the fact that this does not require sunlight and the fact the scanner does not... does not overheat, and the scanner does not overheat. The solar panel absolutely requires sunlight. That's actually going to be a big thing for us. It's going to be a huge thing for us. New principles available. Let's have a look at what we got. Plastic. Won't say no. Now, while all of that is going on upstairs, let's get a little bit more done down here. High time. Gonna want a tube there. We're gonna want to start filling this back out again to seal it off. Once all of that's done, we'll put in a little gas pump here. Ooh, actually, can't easily do that one there anymore. Balls. Oh, no, actually, we still can. Never mind, never mind. There's a bridge there for a reason. So that'll be fine. Which side is the gas? Gas pipe will be there. Then we need to get in here. We need to put in a gas pump, insulated tile to take the steam down to the saunas. Once that's done, we can start work on the cooling block for the air conditioning. Robomine, of course. Forgot about that. Get that done as quickly as you can, please. Aavak, your food is looking a little low. Yesterday it was 200k. It's going to fluctuate back and forth constantly. We are drowning in meat. We used to be up at like multiple millions of calories, but then, you know, a sterile atmosphere no longer completely refrigerated anything. So, you know, it is what it is. We cook the food goes off. Cook the food goes off. But we are always, you know, good many tens of thousands of calories in the green. Probably what also happened is I've started feeding more of our shovels, so they're dying less frequently. But that's all we needed there. I'm gonna say, let's have a little ladder that lets us up on top there. There we go. Once we've got all of these built, I will excavate the rest of this area out and prepare. Zoom out a little bit. I could go and have another peek at something, I suppose. Oh, also, the other thing I wanted to check... right. For those who are used to the changes that have come in since Big Merge, if I give the green signal for the rocket to launch, but the doors haven't yet fully opened, will it just go straight through the doors? It will still go through the doors straight away. Okay, that's good to know. Very good to know. Because people were saying that if path is blocked, it wouldn't do that anymore. Right, so I'm going to need a buffer gate. It can go up to 200 seconds. I think we're good with that. Alright. So the moment that all of this is good, the doors have opened. This is an AND gate. I'm going to say we need another AND gate over here. And this AND gate can live here, just kind of tucked in. Automation wire. This one will need to be steel, so I guess we'll just use steel for all of it. There we are. And this one across there. And we'll delete that one. Then we'll connect this all up. So this way, when all of the launch prep is complete and the doors are open, we'll have a filter that will hold on to the signal for a little bit. And once it's ready, let it through. I think that will probably be the best way of handling it. Actually, I could have it look the other way down and then move across. No, I think that's fine. Alright, I need to go about my day. We shall see if there is still an Aavak around when I come back. Later, take care, Demi of Derp. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Really appreciate it, mate. You have a wonderful day. Now, the funny thing with this is this one solar panel isn't even going to produce enough power to run all of the bunker doors above it, but oh well. I'm now compelled to stream for another 14-ish hours. I'm not sure. I've got things I need to do as well for YouTube. We'll see though. Can't say I won't do it. As soon as that's ready. It's a shame I can't layer them over so that the input and output ports are next to each other. That would be amazing. That would genuinely be fantastic. Thank you very much, Rude Boy SDK. I'm glad you like the look of it. But yeah, if we can get that set up and we can basically tile it across, I can effectively have solar panels with 4 tiles of space between them, just moving along. And, you know, eventually that will actually account for quite a large amount of power generation. Something I would look... Don't do it. Don't. Snowfoot, don't. No, I know what you do. I know what you're like. I've seen you do it before. No, Snowfoot, don't. Don't do this. Ah, you're safe. The amount of times I've watched Snowfoot build themselves into entombment. I mean, it's one thing when someone else entombs you. It's entirely a different thing when you entomb you. That's a special kind of derp. That's a very special kind of derp. Out of curiosity though, chat, of those who are in chat right now, how many of you actually play Oni yourself? And of those who don't, how many of you enjoy watching Oni but can't get into it when playing yourself? Kind of the way that some people love watching Dwarf Fortress Let's Plays but can't play Dwarf Fortress themselves. Oh, on that note, I've now exposed this much so we can go that far now. I play it, albeit irregularly. Viewer, but not a player. There's actually more. There's a lot more players of Oni in chat right now than I was expecting, I'm going to be honest. I play quite often, but late at night, it's nice to unwind watching someone else struggle with it. I love that. I just like watching other people struggle. I struggle through the day, but at night, I get to feast my eyes on other people's woes. Nice. That is actually going quite nice. So yeah, the issues that I'm facing at the moment are largely centered around wanting to get more of the mega habitat built, but also dealing with the fact that power is the biggest issue that I face on the regular. We're gradually getting this sorted. Have they finished everything over here? No, they still haven't. Wow. I'm actually going to pump that out in priority then. There is a big part of me that wants to redesign the shuttle silo, though. Like a really big part. Such that... because right now, I basically try to reclaim as much energy as I can out of the silo. I reclaim it from the walls. I reclaim it from the heat block, well, the thruster block down here. Now, part of me is a little bit concerned about that because, realistically speaking, after a certain point, my coolant is not actually siphoning heat from the walls, but is giving heat to the walls. After a point. Just after a launch or a landing, the walls are hotter. Because there's a lot of very hot gas inside here and it's exchanging heat with everything in the silo. And so my coolant is pulling heat out of the walls, which is great because it then feeds it into my steam room. But I do wonder how much I should be doing that and how much I should just be focusing on the heat brick at the bottom and like maximizing the heat brick. Either way. Right. How long does it take... doors? Right, I feel that this one is something that will be known, like wiki knowable. How long does it take a powered bunker door to open fully? That's a good suggestion, Lord Sarah. I like it. Make it mirrored, yeah. Too long. I like that. Yes, powered bunker doors do take quite a long time. But what are we looking at? 10 seconds, 20 seconds? How long shall I put this filter gate before it lets it launch? We could go with 30 seconds to be erring on the side of caution. I don't think it takes more than 30 seconds. Open and closing animation is not recorded during a save. This means if the game was to reload midway through the opening animation, the animation will reset and it will take another 45... Wow, 45 seconds. Whew. Alright, so we're setting this to 60 seconds then. We're going to give this a full minute of time to open before it, a launch is summoned. Wow. Alright. I'm cool with that. Who's stressed right now? It's going to be Shelly, isn't it? Yeah, it's always Shelly. No. It's always Shelly. Send Shelly again. This is your punishment for having a weak mind. More trauma. Eventually, you will become immune to trauma. In the same way that if you get shot enough times, you become immune to bullets. We're trying to make you the best Shelly that a Shelly can be. No. We will send James this time. Poor Shelly. That's right. You go and chill out. Why are you... This is why you're so stressed, Shelly. You decide to go and have a fairly rough, like we're talking deep tissue Swedish massage when you need to wee. As someone who's quite partial to deep tissue Swedish massages, never do it with a bladder that is even remotely full, even if your bladder is thinking that it might be full in an hour. Don't have a massage. That's a bad time. Chionxin, hello, thank you very much for the raid. Oh, Shelly, why are you so dumb? Such dumb, Shelly. What are you up to? Current errand, you're on your way. Alright. And, alright, let's slow this down so we can watch the automation. This should now be an entirely automated process. We have a destination set. Everything is ready to go. Well, thank you so much for the raid. What were you playing, mate? Let's have a quick look. I apologize if I type your name wrong. I didn't. Hooray! You were last playing no game. You were not playing a game. I too, occasionally play in the playground of my mind. I eschew the materialistic fallacy of actual games, of experiences lived outside of the perfect environment of my inner monologue prone thought bubble. Should be a fully automated system. Me before every one of my Oni systems fails. Yeah, kind of. Oh wait, I was playing Digital Flight Simulator. Ah, how's that going, mate? But some might think of it as a no game, so accurate. I see. Fair enough. Well, I hope you enjoyed, mate. Thank you so much for the raid. Chat, you know the drill. Tea, biscuits, and robes. The heated ones this time, not the ones from the dirty laundry hamper. I know that some of you snuck those out the last time we were raided. There were some very odd looks on the raiders' faces as they were shoved in dirty robes. Comical looks, though they may have been, not the looks that we were aiming for. Val sent me over here to see what you were up to. Hope your base building is going well. It is slowly going well. We're about to see if the automation I've set up for a fully automated rocket launch and rocket retrieval works. And while we're doing that, we're designing a new kind of template for solar panels. Hopefully it'll work as intended rather than not, I suppose. If it doesn't work as intended, well, actually, would I mind if it still worked? Like, I feel the key in this is not the intended part, but the worked part. If it worked, but not as intended, am I really going to be upset? I'll be a little bit confused, but I'd probably be okay with it, as long as it worked. I swear those are tea stains. Wow, leafy pew. Oh my lord. Oh my god, not the golden shadow. I'm so glad Bilal wasn't around when I said that. I corrected myself though, chat. You can't hold this against me. The showers happen to be made of gold amalgam, is what I was aiming at. Chat, why do you bully me with my own words? So rude. Anyway, let's have a look and see if this indeed works as intended. Let's go. Okay. This is now starting to count down. Everything is drawn in. Gates are opening. Slowly. Oh my lord, those bunker doors, why? Okay, they're at halfway before we're at halfway. That's fine. That's the main thing. We can maybe trim off a little bit of time if we really want to. Additionally, this is probably a way that I could also jam the launch if I needed to. I need a emergency abort system. Yes, I do actually. Yeah. We need the command center to be able to override the launch sequence, in the tragic event that they notice one of the thrusters is about to misfire, or perhaps, a completely unlifelike example where, the American NASA and the EU Space Agency had collaborated on a project, and they'd forgotten that they used different units of measure, and one was counting in inches and the other one was counting in centimeters, and all of a sudden their billion-dollar satellite is about to careen off into space and tear itself apart as it tries to correct navigational issues that don't exist. That would never happen, but if it happened in Oni, we need a button that we can press and be like, oh wow, we just saved ourselves a whole lot of money and a dupe. That would be very wise. It would never happen, Lord Saru. Couldn't possibly ever occur. Not even once. Alright. Rocket is off. There we go. And system is resetting. There we are. The gantries are remaining retracted. The launch bay... the launch... I guess the silo... doors are closing and the gas is going to be kept inside and then reclaimed. Perfect. Working as intended. Not sure if sarcasm or unaware. No, I'm absolutely aware. I just love it. All these literal rocket scientists. You know, I was like, so you're a rocket scientist. Yeah, no, actually they are. Rocket scientists did not make sure that they were using the same measuring system. It feels to me like that's one of the things that you would check first. If not first, at least like, you know, somewhere in the top 10 things that you would check before, you know, you hit the launch button. Alas. But yeah, for those who are unaware, I think it was the navigation software and the software that was responsible for actually pointing the rocket in the direction the navigation software was requesting spoke different languages, basically. One spoke Imperial and the other spoke science. They were literally counting systems. One was Imperial, one was metric. And so, yeah, when the navigation system was like, we need to be about like 5 centimeters in that direction, the software for managing RCS and all of that was like, oh, we need fairly big course correction then. Let's blast all of the thrusters. And the rocket literally tore itself in half. It was a glorious, glorious day. I'm sure no one got fired over that one. I am absolutely certain that there were no consequences for the... I'm fairly certain there was like several billions worth of satellite payload on that rocket. Like, it wasn't just like a test flight of a rocket. This was a rocket sending something very expensive into space other than the rocket. And it just like basically tore itself apart in the atmosphere because it tried to turn too sharply. Like, yeah. No, that's absolutely not going to end someone's career. All of the years spent getting their qualifications, you know, prestigious placements, fighting off all of the competition. Yeah, no, that 100% did not end with someone's metaphoric and possibly literal head rolling. Oh, is it another one that crashed into Mars? I was fairly certain that the one that I'd heard about like didn't even get it out of Earth's atmosphere, but I could be mistaken. It has been a little while since I read about it now, so it might be that while it was trying to orbit Mars or something like that. I don't know, but I'm not sure. No, I'm fairly certain it wasn't a Mars mission. Again, it was a NASA and European Space Agency collaboration. But hey, old She-Lab, how you doing? I hope you had a nice sleep, and I hope Tilly didn't bug you too much. That Tilly. Okay, well, this is starting to look increasingly more good. So let's continue the excavation over here. New printables available. Let's have a look what we got. Nothing that we want. Reject them. Mind you, as Shally has proven, just because a mistake was made once doesn't mean you have to learn from it. I mean, I don't have to learn. I realize that it might be good if I did, but, you know, I'm just saying that the option is there that I don't learn from this. Yeah. Right, 2 tiles, a floor tile, and then we could have this be built out like that. This come down, because I want 2 tiles between each one. This one start there, and this one start here. The reason why I'm doing this is to allow me to have an access point into this room. I feel that's going to really, really help me later on. Later on, I feel that would be an enormously helpful thing to do. And I will have a ladder on this side of the room. The only reason for this room existing is purely so that I can perform maintenance in the room, if I need to, at some later stage. Because it's one thing to have to break into the room. Over here, where I just have to vacuum it out again. It's a rigmarole, but it's something I can easily do. When the room I'm trying to get into is literally flooded with liquid, that's a bit more of a problem and is a lot more cleanup later. So I would rather not make a mistake here. Well, we know it's at least this deep. So it's probably going to be about that deep, I'm going to say. There we are. We'll get rid of this and this. But how are you doing, She-Lab? Should maybe get up just to sit at the top. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I let her back in, but she promised me. I'm fairly certain that musical little purr meow that she did was her acknowledging the contract that we entered into when I let her back in. It was like, you can come in as long as you don't bug She-Lab. I'm fairly certain she said yes. I'm starting to feel that our shovel farm is going to have to move, and I'm also starting to feel that this humongous, amazing thing that was hopelessly engineered. Again, because I've been learning as I go, the desire to redesign stuff is pretty strong. We're sending very hot CO2 all the way down to be fed to our slicksters. Come on. Come on. Now. Oh, thank goodness. I was a little bit concerned. I feel that... Well, I was going to say that I should really adjust this, but actually I don't think I do need to. Because I'm not sending a full line anyway. If this was always full, then sure, I would need to make some changes, but right now it doesn't seem to be necessary. There's barely any oxygen up here, which is a shame. Even though half of the CO2 is ending up there. But it's not getting... There's a lot of slicksters up there. They're going to eat an awful lot. Down here is a bit more breathable. Actually, that being said, again, half of all of the CO2 is going there. And then 1/4 here, 1/4 here. But CO2 sinks, so it's not so bad. We haven't got much down here, but, you know, we've got a bit. We want it to be a lot hotter, though. We got any pipes down here? We don't, but I could probably start sucking all that out. Or just let all of this filter down, I suppose. We've got so much stuff to clean up. And as I've said before, I do try to preserve the lay of the land almost as a silent witness to my achievements in, you know, scouring the whole asteroid. I'd like to keep the remnants of the abyssalite scars. Can I... No, I can't investigate that, sadly. But yeah, once it only gets down to the steam is pumped along here, enters into the system. This is my tank for refueling the steam engine on the rocket. That steam comes back through. It's basically in a constant loop. But this will yield to steam coming in through from the gas pumps. And when that happens, more steam is added into the system effectively. And then that gets dumped in here. This will only pump steam into the reservoir when there's a need to. But gradually the pressure in here increases over time, and that pressure also limits how new water is introduced in the system. Basically, I take the water out, I don't put it back in. But it does have priority to re-enter the system. But because I'm constantly adding a little bit more gas over time, I felt I needed a way to vent the pressure every now and then when it got a bit too high. Because generally speaking, I feel that we end up with more steam from launching a rocket than it costs to launch the rocket. So this is, in effect, a water-positive system. So that's why we've got this. The water that comes out of the steam room has priority to go back into the steam room. But if it is completely backed up and we don't need any more pressure because we're adding pressure, it can vent some of that water down. And just in case we ever find ourselves in a scenario where we can't maintain the water pressure for some reason, maybe a lot of rocket launches and there's been a problem, the system's broke, and I'm not reclaiming the steam, we do have water come from other areas of the base just to top it up if there is a need. But as you can see from the backlog, that doesn't really happen. Yeah, first time doing space stuff. I missed the time limit on how long Tilly would... Oh, damn it. Of course. Tilly, being a cat, is quite cunning, you see, and understands the whole limitations of contracts. And agreed, knowing that all Tilly needed to do is not bug Lady Sheilab immediately upon being allowed back into the house. That makes sense, yeah.